Hey Jews, how's it going? I wanted to talk a little bit about reality and what's happening also right now, especially in the United States, especially at all the campuses, where you can see that those are very clearly organized demonstrations, whatever, protests, just like they were, BLM, just like they were the Antifa, just everything, okay? And how absurd it is also. The whole thing would be hilarious if it wasn't so tragic and if it wasn't scary for a lot of people who may not know Torah. Okay, and it is scary. It is, even if you do, because it's frustrating to see this happen again. Didn't we say never again? We did. And then guess what? It happened. Okay, we thought never again because of the state of Israel, the IDF. I have many other classes on this, including Are we traumatized? Are we trauma bonded to the state of Israel? Instead of the kingdom of David, we have the state of Israel. And I'm going to relate to this right now also with respect to our reality. Okay, and what happened here when Yitzchak gave Yaakov the blessing. Okay, we have to know a little bit of Torah to understand our reality. It's not just a book that is nice for some people to, if they want to learn. It literally means guidebook. It is the guidebook of our reality, and it was given to us as a blessing to the nation of Israel. Okay, and that is when we became a nation, when we got the Torah. This is our purpose. I have another class called Jew Have a Purpose, believe it or not. Please go watch those. We have to learn. God tells us, do not believe in me. It's okay if right now you don't believe in God. I didn't believe in God all my life. You have to learn, you have to know, and you have to understand. And you have to practice Judaism, Jews, in order to obtain a level of understanding of our reality, which includes the spiritual dimension and the time dimension. Okay, in order to obtain a higher elevated level of spirituality, in order to believe in God, then you will believe and you will trust in God. So if you don't believe in God, it's just because you don't know yet. You don't know enough. And that's why God commanded us not to believe in him. I have another class called Why God Commanded the Jews Not to Believe in Him. He commanded us to learn and to know. Okay, so in our 5-dimensional hyperspace reality, there's a spiritual dimension, like I said, and this is the guidebook for especially decoding this element, okay, this variable, this dimension, like I said. Okay, so what I wanted to say though, okay, I'm just going to calm down and explain that the state of Israel, like I said, is here in the land of Israel, okay? And a lot of this stuff has to do, it's very complicated to try to explain, but I really, really want to. I really want to because I really want to help Jew understand that's going to, first of all, be okay. It's going to be okay. And second of all, everything is happening has a purpose. And mostly the purpose is to wake you up to this, and to this, and to this. Okay, and in here, in the Torah, our whole story has been laid out before us, and we know that there's going to be a final redemption, meaning there's going to be a need to redeem us, as we can see unfolding right now in our reality. In the year 5784, we know from the guidebook that we're only going to the year 6000. Okay, so we are at 5784. We're very close. We are in the end of times. Okay, so you see a lot of these things happening now. Awaken his nation. That's what it says also in Isaiah. Awaken Israel, dawn your glory. Meaning, come back and understand what's happening so you will do the right things to be redeemed. In the first redemption, only 1/5 of the nation of Israel was redeemed from Egypt. Okay? Don't let that be you that gets left behind. Okay, so what I wanted to explain, again, is that Yitzchak, okay, because, I mean, I talk a lot about our lineage in different classes, but I haven't really spoken specifically about this. This is very interesting, because Yitzchak had 2 sons. He had Esav, which is Edom, which is Rome, basically, okay, which was the Vatican. I explain who all the other 70 nations are, And what is anti-Semitism? I explained this in different videos. Today, I want to just explain this. That Yitzchak had Esav and he had Yaakov, okay? They knew, our forefathers knew, that there would be a nation of Israel, okay? And that's a blessing. That's an honor. That's an elevated, that's the blessing, that who would know what's happening in reality, okay? And be close to God in this reality and get Olam Haba, which is the eternal world. There is a world after this reality ends, when the time runs out here, either the end times, okay, let's say the end of time, or whatever. Okay, I'm not going to go into all of that after this, but after, there is going to be no physical dimension, no time, it's all going to be spiritual, okay? So, and Israel is promised that. Okay, you may have heard, all of Israel has a portion in Olam Haba. There are caveats to that, though. Okay, meaning you have to do something, you have to know something. You have to know a little bit about how to get there, what to do. And also, in this reality, in this time right now that you have, the time of your life, everything that you learn here is going to affect Olam Haba. If you get there at all, what happens to you when you're there, etc., etc. And so this is essential to learn now. Okay? And everything else that you learn that may help you here, for example, anything that you may be learning on college campuses right now that are not yeshivot, that are not Torah, it's not going to serve you at all when you get to the spiritual Olam Haba. Okay? It's going to be completely useless information that you have now wasted your entire life on. Okay? So Yitzchak had Esav, like I said, and also had Yaakov. And it was unclear at some point who would be the father of the nation of Israel. Right? We had Abraham, Yitzchak. We know now that it was Yaakov. But how did that happen? Because Esav was trying to get the blessing. Okay? Because you want this. After you die here, you want to go on. Your soul, you have a soul. Okay? So Yitzchak was going to give the blessing and the information to Esav at some point, okay? Because Esav is a trickster, okay? He made it seem like he was worshiping God, but he was worshiping Satan. Okay? Just like his descendants in the Vatican, okay? Very clearly, they worship another deity. Okay, that's all coming out now, all right? But let's just go back to before Yitzchak gave the blessing, Esav sold the birthright. He sold it to Yaakov for what? For a bowl of lentils. Okay, and you may think, well, that's ridiculous. I would never sell my birthright in my actual eternal world for something so silly like a bowl of lentils, right? But what does that even mean? It's not literally just a bowl of lentils. It means basically whatever you're learning now, in whatever you're wasting your time on, which is called bitul Torah, which is the negation. All the stuff that you could be learning right now with your time, you're now learning something else. You're getting a degree at Harvard, at Columbia, at UCLA, at UC Berkeley, anywhere you're getting that's not an actual just yeshiva. It's a bowl of lentils. You're learning all about the bowl of lentils. Because whatever you're learning there that's not Torah is not going to help you in Olam Haba. Okay? It's not going to serve you at all. Okay? And so we know that the Yaakov became Israel. That's a spiritual name and elevation that he got in addition to Yaakov, Yisrael, which is this addition. It's a spiritual addition, okay? And we know that the nation of Israel, there are some people referred to as Bnei Israel, the sons of Israel, meaning they have acquired some spirituality. And there's others called Beit Yaakov, the house of Jacob, okay? Which may have drifted somewhat off. But normally those people still in the house celebrate Shabbat. Keep kosher, identify as Jews, okay? Don't need to be waking up via anti-Semitism, which is a sign from God, to come home and be a Jew, learn Torah, learn the guidebook, understand reality, okay, and get saved at the final redemption. So don't go selling your birthright for a bowl of lentils, which may be satisfying to you now, okay? Maybe it makes you money, maybe it gives you some sort of prestige, maybe whatever, and it's not going to help you at all understand your reality, okay? So, Shabbat Shalom.